Hello, and welcome to another haul video. This is not going to be a long video. It is still yard sale season, but I had a commitment on Saturday, which greatly affected my ability to yard sale. And there was a fill-a-bag sale, as you noticed in the thumbnail. And I was able to go to the fill-a-bag sale before I had to be where I had to be. And I even managed to hit a couple of yard sales on the way. So that was all I had for Saturday. And then, so Sunday, there were a couple of community yard sales in my area that were Saturday and Sunday. And it was bad. I don't know if, I don't normally go on the second day. Like, I do everything in the area on Saturday, so there's no reason for me to go out on Sunday. So I don't know if everything was just picked over or if it was junk to begin with. But I only found one item. I was out for a total of like 2 hours. There weren't that many out there, and I was tired of driving. And Saturday, when I, went to the fill-a-bag sale and the other yard sales, and there was also an animal rescue sale where I bought nothing. Anyway, it was a lot of driving, so I didn't want to drive any more than I already did. So let's start with what I got at the yard sales, and then I'll talk about the bag sale. Okay, we're doing footwear first, which is unusual. This is a pair of gray booties. I kind of said to myself, you need to be a little more careful about picking up booties because they don't move for me. I always feel like they should, but they don't. And I did not look up comps because this was at a yard, when I was on my way to fill a bag, I didn't really have a lot of time to spend. So they feel incredible, and they are a very good brand. They are, or designer, they're Paul Green. So these are a size 7, and that's, Paul Green uses UK sizing, so they're actually a 9.5 US, I believe. And they are in really, really good condition, so I was willing to try it. She wasn't overcharging because, oh, well, those are Paul Green or anything like that. It was, yard sale prices. This, this probably isn't a good pickup. I have one pair of this brand in my closet that's not moving, but that pair is a size 6, and small sizes just don't move sometimes. But the brand is AGL, still in the box, but it's not new. Also, when it comes to like dressier shoes or work shoes, I don't know what's in style and what isn't, but this is an expensive, good brand. You can feel it. The suede is wonderful. It's got a capped toe in this nice semi-shimmery navy blue with a stacked heel or block heel. Worn, but not overly worn. It still has that sticker on it. So I don't expect to make a lot on these. I'm not listing these super high. And the size on these is a 39, which is, I believe, I looked it up. What did they say? Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I think it's about an 8.5 because I wear a 39 and I'm an 8.5. This is kind of new in box, except there's no lid. I didn't ask her if she knew where the lid is. I think it would have been out there if she knew. This is a pair of UGG boots, size 7.5. I didn't know this. It comes with this little UGG card. And it has all these UGG things. UGG Feel, UGG Pure, UGG Plush. And I kept thinking something said UGG-sided, like a play on excited, but I imagined that because I don't see it anywhere. But apparently, and I didn't know this, it was founded in 1978 on the California coast by an Australian surfer, so it wasn't actually founded in Australia. These are a nice boot with the, UGG uses actual shearling. They don't use faux shearling, which is what we call Sherpa, I believe. A great style. I meant to try it on because they look big for a 7.5, and UGG tends to suggest you wear a size down. I think because they want you to get in there and get all that like furry stuff to meld to your foot. I don't recommend barefoot in an UGG, even though I think some people do that, and I don't know if it was suggested, because eventually the sweat from your feet makes the Sherpa like fall apart. I had a return because I had a pair of boots that happened to, and I hadn't checked the inside, which I know better now. Huh. So that's the footwear and just 2 pieces of clothing. This is Banana Republic, and I rarely buy Banana Republic. It's it just doesn't do that well for me. It doesn't sell super high, and I'm I only list 2 items a day. So given the choice, I would prefer to choose things that will sell for, that I can list for more and sell for more. But I know some people do well. I sold a Banana Republic jacket just last night, I think, and it's a suede jacket, and I've had it listed since February 2022. So I know when you are looking at Banana Republic that you should look at the date and only get things that are fairly current, and I didn't do that with this. Sometimes it's hard. You're the only one at the yard sale, and they're just standing there. So this unfortunately is from spring of 2018, but that's good because it is spring. It's such a classic style that I can't imagine it's that big a deal. And what really caused me to jump into it is it's Banana Republic silk linen. It's actually 55% silk and 45% linen. Now, I would not know what that feels like, but I would not think it feels like this, because this actually feels like wool to me. It's I don't think you would wear this without something underneath it, but I feel like I would get a little bit itchy in it. Anyway, it seems like a high quality. It's got nice details. The ribbed knit neckline, cuffs, and bottom. Then it has this nice texture that goes from the shoulder to the underarm and then along the bottom. It is a pretty or handsome heathered blue. And we'll see how that goes. And then today I got 1 item. Did I say that when I was talking about how lousy the yard sales were today? But it's a brand I've never found before, and I understand it's good. So this is Maison Martin Margiela. It's Maison, by the way, not Mason. That means house. Anyway, I was like, I don't remember from watching videos it having a middle name. So I looked it up, and this was their name. And then in 2015, they shortened it and got rid of Martin. So obviously this is not current. It's at least 11 years old, but it's very cute. It's got a hood. What size is it? It's a size made in Italy. No, size 42. Heavy fleece with lined with a lighter fleece, and it's got toggles and loops and a stretch or ribbed knit bottom and cuffs. Very cute. I didn't look this up. This woman literally was standing right next to me the whole time I was going through things, and I knew that name was supposed to be good, and I'd never tried it, so I picked it up. All right, that is it for that. And now let's talk about the bag sale. If you've watched my videos for a while, I have had several hauls from this fill a bag sale. I go whenever they have it, and it's never like a plethora of bolos or Last time I got 14 items in my bag. 2 of them were 2 pieces, and 1 of them was a maxi length like wool winter coat. So the bags fit a lot. This time I got a coat that took up half the bag, and I was going to put it back because of that, but I really couldn't find enough stuff to fill that half a bag that I was terribly interested in. It would have all been filler and things that I would list that would sit or I wouldn't be able to sell for much. And I don't even remember what's in there, but I know there's at least one dress that I had put back, but I was like, I need to squeeze something else in here just to help, because, you know, they charge a flat rate and then you divide it by how many items you have to get your cost of goods. I might spread it around. Like, since this coat took up more than its fair share of the bag, I will consider that I spent more on it, but it doesn't really matter because then it all comes out of the same pot. And I don't know, you'll see. I have every once in a while. I remember at one of them, this woman was going through her stuff next to me and she had a great Veronica Beard blazer, and it was like, it really put me on tilt. I won't lie. I may have mentioned this. I didn't even do a haul video from that one because I was so thrown off by that. But I was stupid. I always find enough stuff that sells and enough stuff to not just make my money back, but do fairly well. That's why I keep going back. And everything's in good condition, good charity, lovely volunteers. So here we go. This is the bag. It weighs a ton considering most of it is one coat, but I think it must be a heavy coat. And since it's at the top, we're going to start with that coat. There's actually, spoiler alert, another coat in here. That's my other thing. You know, I like things like that. Coats are always going to get me more than your average, like, shirt, unless the shirt is some great brand. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I was talking about the Veronica Beard one, in this one, there was a woman who grabbed this really pretty dress, and she says, look at this, and her friend or whatever is like, oh, that's so pretty. It's Sundance. And I'm like, I want it. How'd I miss that? Okay, there won't be another sale like this probably until the fall. I think that's what they said on Facebook. It's outdoors, and it's too hot. It's already getting too hot. And this time they didn't have the inside section where they sell the handbags, shoes, and the higher priced things. So I also wonder if the stuff that doesn't sell at one bag sale goes to the next one. The last bag sale was in like February or March. So if a lot of this, if there was still a lot left, I mean, they get a good turnout, but there's still a lot left. That might explain why it was harder for me to find stuff. And they gave you a discount if you bought more than one bag, but it's often a struggle to find, not to fill the bag, but to fill the bag with like really good things. This has no tag on it anywhere. There's no fabric, nothing. But I think even if it had a maker on it, it would be irrelevant. And I haven't sold one in a long time, but I have done quite well with faux fur coats. And this is a long one. I tried it on, and I would guess that it is at least a large. It's very big on me. I can't get away with it. It's nice and soft. What's cool sometimes about with faux fur coats is they don't pretend to be fur. They're not, you know, like faux leather jackets. They're trying to look like real leather and fool people maybe. But faux fur, there are some that you can't tell for sure, but many of them are just more like a plushie. It's like the plushie version of a coat. This is nice and soft. It's got a shawl collar, I think. Big black buttons. I just liked it better than, like, say I could have gotten 5 or 6 items in there instead of this. I liked it better than any other 5 or 6 items that I could find. So, I don't know. Oh, wait. There's 2 coats in here. So, I get things that just take up space. This is Talbot's. I was, once I got the coat and the few things that I was getting in, I found some lightweight things that I could squeeze in there. I still think there was a dress that I probably should have done that for, especially instead of the Calvin Klein, but whatever. This is a size 3X, and please note that I actually don't do well with plus size, and I have another plus size. But it's a lightweight chambray shirt, and it's got this nice lace up there. Is that part of the little pirate aesthetic that is trending now? And pin tucking. I'm guessing it's like modal or tencel, which sound like they'd be synthetic, but I don't believe they are. Yeah, it's 100% Tencel, lyocell. Okay, so Tencel and lyocell are the same, but I wonder if modal is the same, because like Tencel is a registered trademark name, and lyocell might be what the fabric is. I don't know. And you probably don't care. Okay. Oh, I did get this. This is not a lot of people just buy things, well, you know, if it's this fabric, I'll buy it no matter what it is. But I don't have as much luck selling just based on any one thing. Like, this is just a great fabric content, it will sell. I need a combination for the most part, and I'm not getting that here, but I got it anyway. Cashmere Charter Club. Size large, very classic, basic, whole wheat color. Needs a little bit of a depilling, but not a lot. So I threw it in. I was thinking maybe, I actually thought this might be good for me, but it's a White House Black Market size 2 straight skirt. And I was wearing jeans, so I couldn't even like put it on. I mean, I guess I could have tried to put it on over my jeans to see if it's tight, because I don't like a pencil straight skirt. I need a little bit more. And this doesn't look like that. It's not that bodycon type thing. And if it doesn't work for me, I mean, I guess I'll list it, but it won't sell, or it won't sell for much. I definitely would never pick this up, but I just saw it and I was like, this would be even cute with a pair of sneakers and a t-shirt. And I'm just feeling more, I don't know if it's because I'm sourcing all these dresses, but I'm feeling more like I want to wear stuff like that once in a while. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. It might just get donated again. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure I got these either. My mom lost a lot of weight and none of her pants fit. And I don't know if she'd like these. I don't know if they're the right size, but I threw them in because I just wasn't scoring. And because I had to go somewhere, I didn't want to go back into the racks. It was getting hot. You could only stand on one side of the racks because the sun was like so in your face if you stood on the other side. So it made it a little bit more difficult to spread us out. And I just didn't want to keep going back. Normally I would spend more time. I hate when I have a time constraint. I don't know this brand. It's Billy Blues, made in USA. I'll look it up just in case it's anything. But it's a size 10. And I think she's more of a 12 right now, but maybe they'll fit. Oh, and it is vintage, but and they're just cute black pants. Got a little bit of the patch pockets at the back, which I am very fond of. I thought they might be, oh no, I thought they had some sort of like pocket on the leg, but they don't. If this were my size, I would totally wear this. Not totally. Okay. I know what this is. How much stuff have I gotten so far? You have to keep the numbers up for the cost of goods. I don't know. I'm not even coming close to my 14. And I was initially thinking, I'm going to beat it. I'm going to beat my 14 from last time. This is Athleta Brooklyn 16-inch skirt, size 14. If this was my size, probably this would have come home with me for me instead of that other one, or both. But I would try to sell it first. So I don't know. I don't know if that's good. It feels good, and it's the season. And with these coats, I didn't get a lot of seasonal things. The Talbot shirt is good for the season. This next item is not good for the season. None of the rest is good for the season. Oh, maybe one more. This is Theory. And it is a gray lightweight coat, and it fits me, in case you were wondering. Size small. I'm assuming it's mostly wool, if not all wool. 80% wool, 20% nylon. Okay, that's decent. I'm sure this was very expensive. We've got the hidden buttons. I like gray. Okay. This is weird. First I found these pants. They're all rolled up. And they are brown suede pants, and they are, the brand is Danier, probably Danier, made in Canada. I feel like I've heard the name before. And I did quickly, even though I didn't have a lot of time to look up comps, so I didn't really look up any other comps. I did quickly just look at that name, and I saw some numbers that were like, all right, whatever, I'll throw them in. And normally what I do is I hold on to them on my arm. Sometimes I find a rack and they let me put my name on a Post-it note, and that's my area. But that didn't happen this time. But it was hot, my arm was tired, and I had the heavy bag. So I just started throwing things in there that were still maybes, and then I went through it after. So I threw these in, and then on another rack, what size are they? That's going to be important. Size 6, Canada and US, which is strange because normally Canada is more along the lines of UK, because it's the US that keeps making the numbers smaller to make bigger people feel better. It's just the way it is. Anyway, they have they are brown suede. These look small. I'm sure they're vintage, but the waist looks small. And this is leather, and it's a good. It's not like a skinny. I think somebody didn't. It has a raw bottom, and I need to Google whether that's standard, because I have sold brown suede pants that I got at Wilson's Leather Outlet in Burbank. Is that where I got it? I think so. I had them in my own closet forever, but I don't feel like it's like that's me. But anyway, so I think maybe that's the way they come, the raw, and you leave it that way. But this person, I know this trick, I've done it, where you use duct tape to hem it. And generally the duct tape will last quite a while. You can even wash it with the duct tape and it will stay. So I'll peel that off. But anyway, then I think 2 racks over, I found a jacket. Brown suede, the exact same brown suede, also denier. But this is a different size. This is okay, well, no, it makes sense. It says USA size 8 to 10, but it says Canada small. Now 8 to 10 is not a small in Canada. That would be a medium. So it's kind of weird, but I'm sure this belonged to the same person. I don't think that it really matters once you put the measurements, because you can wear your jacket looser. And it has also the leather there. It's got a Walmart receipt from Henderson, which is adjacent to Las Vegas. December, they got the Princess Diaries. December 23rd, 01. So this is at least 25 years old. I'm going to look some stuff up on this company. I enjoy doing that. When I get a piece like this, I like to look up and see what's the story with this company. Are they still around? You know, that kind of thing. All right, 2 more items. Another coat. Oh my God, this is partly why it weighed so much. I know many of you won't pick this up. This is Together ! Which is a vintage brand. As I said with that coat, it's almost irrelevant unless it's some like designer. But look at this. It is a leather, very long coat. Now I have sold, I think, 2 leather very long coats. One that I got at the bins like within the last year. Another one I got a couple years ago. Both of them sold super fast. No, actually the coat I got at a yard sale, the last one. And then the other one I got at the bins because I remember it because someone took it. But I tracked it down and I'm like, hey, that's my coat. Oh, we're not allowed to go. No, you're not. I mean, where do you shop that you go through carts? Anyway, whatever. She had also taken my friend's because I'm like, that's mine. And then I'm like, and that was my friend's. It smells like good leather. I'm going to guess it's made in USA or Hong Kong. Oh, Indonesia. Okay. Look at the back. It's got that. What's that inside pleat called? Is it a pleat? Oh, no, it's not a pleat. It's a, oh yeah, see how it's It's an inverted pleat. I love this. What is the size? Size 4. Oh. It doesn't look tiny, and a 4 vintage would be tiny. I'm guessing maybe vanity sizing. It's double-breasted. I hope, I mean, I didn't look at it super closely, so, but I don't see any, like, tears or anything. I love this. This was at the bottom of the bag because this was a yes right from the start. Even the faux fur would have been if it wasn't for the fact that I only had one bag. The last time I had a bag with cats on it also. This is cats in glasses, in champagne flutes and margarita glasses. No, not margarita glasses. Martini glasses. Anyway, super cute. They always use these bags, and I'm collecting them, and then I will know how much I've shopped there. And last but not least, this is a brand that I see on videos all the time, supposedly a bolo. I have 2 in this brand, and I can't sell them. One of them is new with tag, and I have had it listed at least 2 years. It's an extra small. Maybe that's why. Tell me that's why. I'll feel better. Super cute, too. I keep meaning to try it on, but I want to sell it. And I paid a little bit more for it. And the other one, I think it hasn't been that long, so we'll see. This is new with tag, and it is Tuckernuck. Tuckernuck. I like saying Tuckernut. And this is XXXL. So Tuckernut, something that's supposed to be a good brand that doesn't move for me in a size, that also doesn't move for me. Seems like a good plan. Great business strategy, right? This feels like linen. You know what? That must be the itchiness of that sweater. Linen is not a smooth weave. Extra button. Hand wash. 100% linen. Lining is 100% cotton. See, they're smart. They've lined it because linen can be itchy for somebody who gets itchy easily. This is adorable. Got the little ruffle around the collar. It's got a tier. I will be curious to look this up and see if this is at least semi-current. Returns will only be blah, blah, blah. So what do you think? That's all. That's all for now. I don't know whether it's all downhill from here for yard sales because it is getting hotter and people just don't schedule it past around. There will be some here and there, but as far as community yard sales, I think we've pretty much reached the end of that. But I will look next weekend, assuming that I'm available, which I believe that I am. And then when I get through all this and my bins buddy is ready, I'm going to take a trip to the bins because I miss it. I miss my bins. All right. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. And I hope to see you again very soon.